If you stuck at home, just dance. Dance. 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 We on lockdown. 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 We on lockdown.
The Holland America Cruise Line Company called the plight of its passengers a humanitarian situation.
Okay, first of all, why are you on a ship? This was way back in March, beginning of March. If you know there's a virus going around killing people, why go on a ship in the water? Makes no sense. Crazy.
But after days of uncertainty, the Zaandam and its sister ship, the Rotterdam, have finally docked in Florida.
Why y'all gonna dock all these sick-ass people in Florida? They got a whole bunch of old-ass people in Florida. Y'all said the most at risk are old people. So why take a whole boatload of people to a place where there's a whole bunch of old-ass people and let them off the ship?
The Zaandam's journey began in Argentina in early March, but after passengers began to get sick, Chile and several other nations refused to let them disembark.
I would have refused them too. Like, what you mean? You coming to my house and you sick? No, I'm cool. You can stay at your place. We'll kick in another day.
Disembark. Almost 200 people now have flu-like symptoms. 4 elderly passengers died on board, at least 2 testing positive for COVID-19.
2 tested positive for COVID-19. You said there's a couple old people that died on the ship. So you take them to Florida with a whole bunch of other old people and let them off the ship expecting a different outcome. Kind of weird, right?
Well, good afternoon.
Initially, officials in Florida cited health concerns, the state's governor saying foreign nationals were not welcome.
I would have done the same thing too. Like, hold on, Heisman, you ain't coming in my area with your sick self. Take yourself back to where you came from. Not trying to be racist, but you're sick. I don't want to get sick. I don't want them to get sick. I don't want the whole state to get sick. So y'all need to stay on that boat.
Following coordination with several agencies, it was finally agreed to let the ships into U.S. waters.
Whoever made that decision, take them out the game, coach. Take them all the way off the court. Why let them into U.S. waters to get off this ship? We're trying to slow the spread, right? So let's just let all these people who might be asymptomatic, they don't even show symptoms, let them just go wander around. You know, no one's even listening to the stay-at-home order. What's up?
There are also many other people on board who need our help, who maybe not be Americans, but are human beings. And they also need help.
She's right, they are. But they also sick, so stay away from me.
Returning to their countries. This is what makes the United States such a great country. Let's uphold the principles that make us a great nation and be compassionate.
I agree with that. We are a great country. But we're also very ill prepared for this pandemic and what's going on in our own backyards. So I just think that's better that we take care of ourselves first. That way we can help other countries and other people. But we can't help nobody if we all dead.
Healthy passengers were transferred to the Rotterdam. Those with symptoms of the coronavirus will be treated at local hospitals.
Oh, you mean the hospitals where the doctors are getting sick and the nurses because they don't have the proper equipment? You mean those hospitals? For sure.
In all, there were around 2,500 passengers and crew. Earlier this week, US President Donald Trump spoke about the stranded travelers.
Something I've been noticing a lot during these press conferences or the task force conference is they don't practice social distancing.
A lot of Canadians, a lot of British on the ship, and they're coming to take the people that are on the ship back to their homeland.
You guys, we're not handling this correctly. So they go from a ship, get on land, hop on a plane. The easiest way of transmission is, by going place to place, meeting people, going on airplanes. That's why they shut it all down. I just don't think we're doing this correctly. And I don't see how we can, bend that curve by doing stuff like this.
Coming, UK is coming, and we have we have Americans. We have some people that are quite sick.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do feel bad for the people that are on this ship, right? I just think that the United States is ill-prepared for this type of situation. We never thought of this happening. I mean, Bill Gates did, of course, but who listens to him, right? But this is new territory for all of us, so I understand how people that live in Florida and the governor out there are feeling a little hesitant in this situation because you don't know if this is going to backfire and kill off a huge population in Florida.
For these people, this is the end of a nightmarish journey that was supposed to last 2 weeks. It's thought some passengers will remain on board while they're treated. Others are not so lucky.
I think we all thought it would only be a couple weeks, at least for the shutdown and everything like that. Now it's all the way till April 30th, you know? So I think a lot of us that caught a lot of people off guard and makes me uneasy.
Cruise ships have now become a symbol of fear ever since the coronavirus pandemic was announced. The Grand Princess was stranded off the coast of California for days.
Not only did they bring him in on a cruise ship to California, they brought him to March Air Force Base on a plane. And I think, like 200 of them were infected or had symptoms or something. California, man, chill out, relax, okay? Let's make sure we good too.
Officials squabbled over its fate. While the Zaandam and the Rotterdam have now been allowed to disembark here in Florida, it's estimated 9,000 passengers on 10.
I just want to make sure I got this correct. So there's 9,000 people out on sea, on ships, that thought it was a good idea to get a cruise when there's a virus going around killing all types of people. Just want to make sure that I was clear on that.
10 cruise ships remain at sea. Andy Gallagher, Al Jazeera, Miami, Florida.
If you're stuck at home, just dance, dance. If you're stuck at home, just dance, dance. If you're stuck at home, just dance,